Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Why do I say all three? Because this is CFN Global. Wherever you are in the world, welcome to the DOXXreport and my quiet, lovely, beautiful, peaceful, affordable, comfortable golfing, and currently very comfortable. A little bit overcast, but that's great for filming. Retirement community, affectionately known as, come on, Frank, hit it.
Del Boca Vista.
Thank you, Frank. I am retired. I am a senior citizen. I'll be 72 years of age in March. I'm not enjoying it. It's a slow, gradual decline. You got to prepare for it. You got to adapt. A United States citizen, I'm proud of it, and the best president we've ever had handled the globalists over in Geneva. And a recipient of Medicare payments, Social Security payments, living in Central Florida. This is my personal YouTube channel, vlog, citizen journalism account, and just about anything else I want it to be. Thank you for joining me. And it's oh so nice when people talk about you. You have a platform you can talk back. Why they run their mouths, I don't know. And that would be Nikki. If you want to ask me something, just ask me something. I really don't want you on the show, but I mean, and what I did in a past career is my business. I'm retired. I don't live there anymore. But he's claiming I said lots of things, and I believe lots of things. I don't believe any of that. So can I fix him? No. Because I think he's autistic. I think he's ADHD with autistic traits. So he goes a little bit nutty when he gets into the autism. Now, that's what I'm observing. Can I diagnose this? No. But I'm not that mad at him because it's like being mad at Aaron Fletcher. I mean, Nikki's parents knew what to do with him. Just give him a house, give him a dog, that'll be his place, Just keep the money away from him because we know what he likes to dabble in, the substances and, so what else is wrong? But when you hear somebody else saying that and you're hearing it and you go, wait a second, I never said any of that. I got a big show planned today, and that raises a topic for a future show, creationism. But I don't believe that. Intelligent design is my thing. But I don't know why he would do that. But he runs his mouth. I get to punch back, But if you want to know something, just come over here. So what are we? Now, I do have notes. Oh, what a beautiful day. Let's give you the weather. You're not going to believe this. January, 21st? 7 degrees Fahrenheit. That would be 21 degrees Celsius. Humidity all the way down to 43%. How beautiful is that? Wind, 17 kilometers per hour. That would be 9 miles per hour. I went out to the hibiscus. I removed the double coating. It's still got double wrapping. It still got burned on top, but I just trimmed that off, and I laid out. I had some painter cloths around the base of it, but it did okay. And I put it in the garage. I'm going to air it out, and then I'll put it away. I don't think I'll put it out again until it becomes really cold, like in the spring. But if it gets to 38, I'm just not going to cover it up again. And if it really does bad, I think I'm going to take it out because I want something that will stand up to the cold. Oh, beautiful. Golfers are there. The golf white flag, you got a clear view of it. Where's the succulents, Lex? What happened to the succulents? Well, I pulled them against the house. They did okay. I'll put them back out there, give them some water. But it's warmer against the house because in the bird cage now it says 74 degrees. Oh, we got a comment. Okay. But I do have a lot planned today. M. Jock. I think you're just like assuming and stating without having any skin in the game. I don't know what that means. I think you need to stop assuming. This is what I'm observing. I'm not assuming anything. This is what I observe. Now, he runs his mouth about me. I wouldn't have said anything. But I'm trying to figure the guy out, and that's the only way I can figure him out. Without having any skin in the game. What does that mean? And educate about people. An education about people, you without having any skin in the game. I don't translate that for me, Jog. NATO, thank God. This is what I need at 4:42 a.m. I approve that. Yeah, well, we're a global network, and I can say that because where is my time zone? Okay, currently Los Angeles, approximately 12:45 p.m. New York, now this approximate time is 3:45 p.m. London, 8:45 p.m. Paris, 9:45 p.m. Berlin is also 9:45 p.m. Tel Aviv is 9:45 p.m. Dubai, 12:44 a.m. Jock, maybe you should go to bed. Sleep it off. Shenzhen, 4:45 in the morning. And Brisbane, 6:44 or 6:45 in the morning. Global, CFN Global. So what do I have for you today? Let's see. Let's go. I don't need this. Hang on. Let's head over to... Oh, I got to tell you, Jax has been giving me some assignments, putting some clips together, intros, that kind of thing. He knows his movie. He sent me some detailed stuff on a movie I never heard of, and I don't think he Googled it. I think he knows it. Wow, I was really impressed. Show notes. Yeah, I got show notes. Who's your daddy? Ooh, that's a title. What's that about? Jamie Opulence, Florida license renewals. I'm having currently an old man skin condition, nicotine. Social Security Administration, what's a normal retiree payment? It is kind of shocking. 3-Eye Atlas, Avi Loeb. And again, I never said it was going to hit the earth, but Nikki, because Timmy makes up shit too. And Nikki thinks I said that. Never said that. Get that autistic trait under control, will you? Greenland and NATO troops, Tim Wright. Per Stephen L., a top-notch internet reporter, Archieverse observer, Tim Wright's in London with his lovely, vulnerable roommate. Okay, what else have we got here? Check yourself. Stop this, says Jock. Oh, gee, Jock's them. Telling me what to do. Hey, I'll tell you what to do. I'm 43 years old man. Well, you're telling me what to do. I'm 72. Mark T, 5493. Doc's bringing the business, the international business, international news business. And I just talk about what, if you're online, let's say you've got a relationship going on and you're promoting it online, I can involve myself. You decided to go public with it. You're a celebrity. Now, and also it's a little tricky. I started the show up, but I also gave Jackson, Dr. Bob, a brand in the StreamYard. So you got to be careful. So when I went in there, I was setting up the show. I go, wait a second, I'm doing Jackson, Dr. Bob. I don't want to do that. That's their channel, and they've been doing a good job. NATO says, I feel your pain. I was born in 72. I graduated high school in 1972. I feel your pain. I don't have any pain to speak of, really. But it sneaks up on you. And a word to the wise, you start, how can I put this? Let's say you've jumped out of bed your whole life. And now you find yourself, when you jump out of bed, you hit the floor, you pass out. That's because you're aging. So I've been using the same soap. I guess it's pretty nasty. Irish Spring, and what's the other one? Dial bacterial soap. And I started and I was messing with my eyelids or something, and I got all this dead skin and irritation. I go, what the hell? So then I had some cleanser I bought through the United Healthcare OTC store, which I believe is gone now. So I lost that. I can't find it. And it's a shampoo plus conditioning soap, body soap and conditioning shampoo. So I rubbed that in my eyes, and it kind of helped. So I searched Grok, and I searched online for the highest moisturizing content in any bar of soap. Give me something to buy. I got to get rid of this Dial and this frickin' Irish Spring, because it just must be drying my skin out. And plus, it's wintertime, and the humidity's down. I can kind of feel it on my lips. It's like I'm drying out. So I never had this problem before with any soap. But again, I've never been in my 70s before. So time to make an adjustment. So I went over to Walmart. It's Dove. And oh my God, they got every scent you can imagine. And Dove is 25% moisturizing. So I found all the way in the corner there, in the bottom shelf, there was the regular. So I bought that. 12 bars for $17. And I feel, now I don't have soft water, so maybe that has something to do with it too. I don't want to put a water softener in the garage because the sink is way over here and I don't want to do bags of salt and run lines. I don't, let the next homeowner do it. So I tried that and it worked. I mean, it looks like it's clearing up. I still have these big globs of skin thinking, but you got to adapt. Like you reach a certain age and you lose the collagen in your skin, and all of a sudden you're looking at, why am I going purple when I'm working out in the yard? Why? Hey, you're in your 70s, Lex. Sterling makes a good bath soap. Well, it's got to have a moisturizer, and I did shave today. Oh, that felt so good. Shaving, take a shower. I got that space heater running in there. It was cold this morning. I got the space heater going, and I shave, and it feels great. So I'm ready for another day at the office Thursday. So I'm clean shaven on Monday and Thursday. I spent 2 days, at the office, which is the fitness center. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I did change out the blade, by the way. Well, I don't care who it's for. I don't care who it's for, because it's got to have a 25% moisturizer, because that's what really helps. And so it leaves it, not dried out. I'll try that. All right, goodbye, Dirk Diggler. Goodbye. Whoever you are, goodbye. Don't need you around here. Oh, Dirk, Jamie was talking about you too. I'm going to play that a little bit later. Let me take care of this guy. Take care of this guy. I don't care about your personal habits. Let's see. Oh, I think he took off. Let's see. Lexter is old. No kidding. No kidding, I'm old. Believe me, I know it. But the key is, can you adapt? You're going to age if you're lucky, but you have to adapt. I wonder why this guy's not here. Huh? Oh, well. He must have bailed. Yeah, Lexter's old. Absolutely, Lexter's old. Enough to be my dad. Listen, I'm older than my grandfather. My dad passed away at 69. My brother at 71 or 70. I can't remember. And then my granddad died at 71, I think. And I'm basically my grandfather now. Wow. I sometimes think about that when I'm doing the bicep curls there, because he was very frail. He had a heart condition and he was frail, and he was a barber by trade, and I really love the guy. Papa Docs. No, I'm not. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Some baby magic on you after your shower, says Mark T. Well, no, it's my eyelids. I don't want to get it in my eye. And at first I thought it had to do with the cataract removal. But then it went to the other eye, and it's like, no, there's something else going on. And then I go, the soap. That's right. I'm drying myself out with that damn dial bacterial soap and that Irish Spring. I think I'm going to take them all the bars I got over to the thrift store. Where America shops, mega value customer, I like CRAVE in a pump jar as body wash. It's available at Walmart. Well, I like this shampoo and conditioning and body, because in the morning, I'm not going to take a shower before I go to the fitness center, but I'm going to wash my face, and I'm going to use that stuff on my eyelids, and then it'll leave some moisturizer there. But it looks a little better already. And I was almost ready to go to a dermatologist because I thought, what the shit is going on? Mark agrees with you. The magpie, I feel your pain, is saying, is a saying. It wasn't a comparative. Oh, I don't have any pain. When you say you feel, I believe in English. When you say you feel my pain, I'm not in pain. Little tight once in a while, especially when I sit around, but I'm stretching at the fitness center, getting it done. I like it. I mean, it's working for me. And now I've said this before, but, obesity, you got to get an exercise program, because I only eat if I get hunger pains. I don't live to eat, I eat to live. So if I don't get the hunger pains, I'm fine. and it's like I tied my pajama bottom and they're slipping down. I think I am losing some weight, but that's fine. I took my blood pressure this morning. You lose a little bit of weight, that's fine, unless it's, very noticeable, like you've got something. So I took the blood pressure, that was okay. I get to see the doctor in a week or two. But NATO has pain. Feel NATO's pain. I know their cucumber toner after washing your face rebalances pH. The dryness, I got to get rid of the dryness. Yeah, somebody told me they had, what did they have? Like arthritis plus something else. I go, oh man, I hope not. That is bad. Yeah, I don't care about the pH. I just I got to moisturize. NATO, even my pain hurts. I feel your pain, NATO. I'm past the 50 mark myself now. Well, I hope you don't fall into the basket of a majority of senior citizens relying on Social Security payments as their primary, because it's tough. Because I asked Grok that, and we're going to cover that. Magpie, I'm past the age of 50. NATO's. It's a disgrace, Magpie. Hey, you made it. Congratulations. You know you're temporary. You're passing through. You made it. You get a little bit of money, get out of debt, you'll be fine. Well, this is America. It's not meant that way, though, Docs, not in the UK English, though. All I know is what I read. If you're feeling my pain, you're feeling something I'm not feeling. Or you're sympathizing with me. I don't need sympathy. So I don't know what that means in the UK. I guess everybody's miserable or feeling bad. So I feel your pain. I know how it is. No, you don't know how it is. I'm in a great spot. Look at that view. It's 70 degrees. January 21st. Fantastic. Money in the bank. I'll hit the sit-up board in the morning. I got Wawa, which I did have my coffee this morning. I went up there. Mark, I can't write all these down. I want something I can get in a bar of soap. Okay, so I can do the whole entire body, so that Dove works great. And I'm going to concentrate on my eyelids and get some of this dead skin removed, because it's just like hanging there. And like, holy shit. I don't know what the hell happened. I can't wait to talk to the dermatologist, see what's going on. Bulldog moisturizer for face, good quality at a good price. Well, you don't know how I feel. You don't know anything how I feel. I'm just mentioning, I'm just making content. Well, I feel great because I think I solved the problem, because I see improvement. But I, cross my fingers. I don't want it to come back. NATO feels terrible. Mark T, sensitive or regular? Well, the Dove, I did see the sensitive, but I don't want any of the fragrance stuff. I did see sensitive, but I got the regular. But it had the same percentage of moisturizer. And I think that's really going to help. Okay, but that's work. I don't know how long you can do that, but I get you. Magpie, Docs, I'm up on roofs and scaffolding every day. I have no concerns over my fitness. DOXXreport. Okay. Well, I was referring to obese people that get their stomach stapled. And now, guess what they're getting? Now they got this new weight loss drug out. And I just think they're fooling themselves. If you think you're going to get fit by a tablet, you're wrong. If you think you're going to get fit by getting your stomach stapled, you're wrong. You got to stop eating. And the only way I know to do that is curb your appetite. And the only way I know how to do that, if your blood pressure's not, well, I don't think it maybe will impact it that much. A little coffee, get walking, find something you can do. Get a job on scaffolding and roofs or something, but because that'll actually metabolize. You'll get your liver metabolizing some of that glycogen, I think. So it's like having a meal. So you're not going to get hungry. And you didn't have to eat anything. The Magpie, small talk is hard. Well, I got to answer the chats. I don't want to get, behind in the chats. I do have, I already covered Nicky. That's about all I got to say about him. I pinned it to the thing. He was talking about, he says, the only functional people in this community is Blondie. And I'm thinking, what? I held a job for decades, different jobs, decade after decade. I think I'm just fine. I could be employed. I know he can't be. And we all know why now, because he flies off at the handle. So let's just scratch him. So let's don't go back to him. Who's your daddy? I got a report. Kathy's got a report on that. The question was, maybe I should run that now. I got a graphic for that. Let's go to that. Let's get rid of this. And let's go to media. And where's our daddy? Who's your daddy? Oh, man, are you kidding me? Background, here we go. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Oh, who's your daddy? So let me get my correspondent here, Kathy. Kathy, how you doing? I was curious, for whatever reason, Northern Ireland came up yesterday about child support or something, and I couldn't believe there's got to be child support in Northern Ireland. So I asked Kathy, let me just say this first. It's an honor to have you as a volunteer and correspondent intern with CFN Global. My question to you is, are there any laws or regulations of paternal responsibility in fathering children out of wedlock in Northern Ireland? That's a simple question, Kathy.
Why, thank you, Docs. Yes, there are laws and regulations in Northern Ireland regarding paternal, fatherly responsibility for children born out of wedlock to unmarried parents. These primarily fall under family law, centered on the concept of parental responsibility and separate rules for financial child maintenance. This report will focus on financial responsibility, also known as child maintenance. Regardless of parental responsibility status, biological fathers have a legal obligation to financially support their child if the parents separated or do not live together. This is handled through the Child Maintenance Service, CMS, part of the UK-wide system, applicable in Northern Ireland via nidirect.gov.uk. Parents can arrange private agreements, but if not, or if disputed, either parent can apply to the CMS for assessment and collection enforcement. The obligation is based on paternity and the child's needs, not marital status or parental responsibility. Non-payment can lead to enforcement actions, example, deductions from earnings, penalties, etc. In summary, while unmarried fathers do not automatically have full decision-making parental responsibility, unlike married fathers, they do have enforceable financial duties. And many can gain parental responsibility through registration or agreement. For personalized advice, consult a family law solicitor or check official sources like nidirect.gov.uk or legislation.gov.uk, as individual circumstances vary. And there you have it. Grok was used extensively for this report.
Oh, thank you, Kathy. A wonderful report. I think I learned something. Thank you so much. Comments? Who's your daddy? Oh, man, I got to talk about that game. That was a great game. NATO, Docs is right. I'm now on a hunger strike. No, you don't have to go on a hunger strike. You don't have to do that. Magpie, okay. Dojo 3 times a week, 30 miles. Well, no, see, that's like my neighbor. I tell my neighbor, if I tell you to exercise, oh, I'm going to run a triathlon. No, just get some activity. Like my neighbor, because he couldn't even bend over because he mowed his lawn and he went to play some golf. I say, just get somebody to mow your lawn or just do different. Okay, I'll just stop doing everything. No, nobody asks you that. I know when I was younger, I'd hit the fitness center or the gym, and I had a routine. If I couldn't do any of it, okay, I'm just done. No, you have to adapt. So you don't have to knock yourself out, and I'm certainly not going to do that. But I do notice a difference. I hadn't been over there for a while, so it took me a while to get back. And sometimes the magpie, you don't have to, listen, you don't have to convince me. If you're feeling good and you're aging well and your your waistline, your obesity, you're not obese, that's working. And I sometimes play a 6-a-side soccer once a month. Who's your daddy? Oh, the Hoosiers are great. And that it's unbelievable. And I listened to Jason Whitlock on some of the sports stuff, and he calls the quarterback for the Indiana. Well, he's a, what did he call him? Not a clown. What did he called him a, it wasn't flattery. Oh, shit. Now I got to go look for it. And this guy's a, come to Jesus guy. And he's a black man, a black American, and he speaks the truth a lot of the time. But I didn't like how he handled this. Jason Whitlock, come on, James Whitlock. Jason Whitlock. Yeah, okay, he was talking about Fernando Mendoza. And he called him I wish I could find that. It wasn't very flattering. And I just disagree with it. A cornball or something like that. But let me find it. I want to get this right. I guess I can't. He called him a cornball or something. And he was, and I'm saying all he was doing, the quarterback was feeling his feeling. He started sobbing. They had an undefeated season. He had a once in a lifetime. He ran to get the touchdown. He stretched out. He got the touchdown. It was incredible. He had his moment, and it's over. Your college career is now over. So you got to finish it. And he was tearing up. I don't think he's a cornball at all. He was just feeling his feelings. James Whitlock. You've done very well for yourself, DOXXreport. Well, and other people think I'm a failure. Never been married, no kids. It's what your goals are. And my goal is I just want to be successful. And part of that success is having money and a good job. But I had a good job, but I wasn't happy. I want to be happy. So then that's where so now the pursuit is not to travel and not to finish all my single malt scotch, but it's to find truth. So that's the reason I pursue God, because you'll never find happiness until you do that. It's just the way it is, or security as much as you can have it. So I've done very well, and that's my number one. But I can't even say I accomplished it. I got out of the way. But when it happens, and I'm grateful for it. And I think I've done very well, yeah. I got a photo, I'm looking at it right now, of my parents. I look up there and I call their names and I say, hey, can you believe it? Can you believe it? I'm on the golf course in Florida. I never hear back, though. Gadzooks, the sun is coming up. It's going down. That's west. That's on the west side. Blepharitis. Oh, thank you. I'll look that up. I never had it before, but again, I've never been in my 70s before. It's not in the eye. It's around the eye. Blepharitis. Well, let's go look. Thank you. Because I'm really glad it's not in the eye, because I had, I don't need, that's where I had the surgery. Let's see, blepharitis, a very common eye condition, is an inflammation of the eyelids. Yeah, specifically on the edges where the eyelashes grow. Well, it's higher up than that. It's on this. It's of the lid. Well, it says eyelid here. It often affects both eyes, yes, and can be chronic long-term, though it isn't contagious. It really doesn't cause what? Red, swollen, itchy eyelids, burning or greedy. Well, yeah, here we go. Crusty, flaky, or dandruff-like debris at the base. Well, it's even higher than that. It's kind of on the whole lid and in the corner of the eye. Watering or dry eyes, sensitive to light. Well, not really there. I don't have blurred vision. Main causes, here we go. Overgrowth of normal skin bacteria, possibly. Staphylococcal, okay. Dysfunction or clogging of the oil, possibly, okay. That could be it. Mites or allergies? Well, I don't know. Well, I'm going to, hopefully it'll be gone. Well, thank you. Hopefully it'll be gone when I go to the dermatologist. But if not, I'll discuss it with him. It's quite common. Okay. But again, I've never had it. So I didn't know what the hell it was. Let's see. All girls sound hot. That's Trendertol. Okay. It's the CSA Child Support, CSA Child Support Agency in the UK, okay? CMS is eerie, says Magpie. Oh, yeah, of course not. Right. You can be, who's your daddy? Well, if you don't know who's your daddy, you got to go find out. Well, where do you find out? You go to, you get the guys, you take the DNA, you take them to court, paternal suit, and you just look at the DNA. They can prove absolutely if you're the father or not. And they've made a television show out of over here with Maury Povich. And they pay for the testing. And it's a sad show. It's a very sad show, I think. Who's your daddy? Who your daddy? Now, why did I have this for my thumbnail? I liked it. Because he's on his knees there. He's got these Asian women. Shenzhen, China. Oh, sponsor me. Sponsor needed. I'm losing my... Now, I hope... I'm not going to do it. But some people think they believe in whatever he says. And somebody said that in the comment. If you want to know what he's doing there, Mr. Lai has never been involved. And I've got the clips. Well, what did Archie say? I don't know how many times I've played it. I have a Chinese mistress, and she F's like crazy. There's no Mr. Lai. So he makes it up as he goes. Now, dog trainer, Mark Goldberg, nailed it. He says can't keep up with the narratives because they're always changing. And he may even believe it at the time. But I like the expression on his face. I got it from this one. I just thought it was funny. I'm sorry. I just thought it was funny. Dodger in the house. Oh, Jamie stopped by the Jack's and Dr. Bob show. He said some interesting things. We can get to that if I can get through the comments. NATO, my obesity played darts until my back betrayed me. All I got to do is drop the weight, go back to the board. And I can tell you what time it is in Poland, right? It's the same time in Germany, Berlin, I believe, 10, 12 p.m. Is that correct? I think that's correct. Dodger, good evening from Poland, Docs and chat. There he is. The Magpie says, I'm fit, laughing, 32-inch waist. Oh, good for you. Now, there's a guy I worked with. He was a supervisor, and he says, I'm wearing the same pant size I did in high school. Okay. The problem with that, his belt is worn so low, his whole gut is hanging over it. So it really doesn't mean anything, does it? Let's see. Magpie says something to Dodger. Can we take a moment to pray for AC3 that he will not cheat on... Oh, come on. Well, you can. Can we all take a moment to pray for AC3 that he will not cheat on his wife in the next 12 weeks gallivanting in Asia? I'll pray for his wife to leave him as soon as possible and take as much as you can. I mean, you put up with so much. Magpie says, please relay my blessings to the attractive Mrs. Dodger. I have no marriage or kids. Spectacular outcome as it stands. Well, it's not for everybody. I have no marriage or kids. Spectacular outcome as it stands. It's all up to you. Before you can be successful, you have to define it. And, because I think it's like a holistic, I want to be physically fit. I want to own my home. I don't care. If your net value is let's say $2 million, Is 4 mil going to make a difference? Not going to make a difference. I want quality time, what I got left. Well, I don't know about that, Magpie. I don't want to put that up there. AC3, I have no idea. Low testosterone. I did look at that. In fact, let's talk about that. Somebody put in something about nicotine. And he could have been kidding for all I know, but nicotine is no good, really. There's only the only thing it's good for is to stop smoking. What are the side effects of nicotine? And it can be smoking, vaping, pouches, or other delivery methods. And that includes gum, chewing gum, okay? You get an increased heart rate, tachycardia. Typically rises 4 to 15 beats per minute, depending on dose and delivery method. Elevated blood pressure increases both systolic and diastolic pressure due to vasoconstriction and sympathetic activation. Increased myocardial contractility, that's your heart, and oxygen demands. The heart works harder. Now, this is the bad one. They're all bad, really. Vasoconstrict, unless you're exercising and you're not using nicotine. But you don't want the heart capillaries constricting. That's all. Why? They're delivering oxygen. Vasoconstriction, narrowing of blood vessels, including coronary arteries in some contexts. Reduced heart rate variability and activation of the fight or flight response. These changes constrain the heart, particularly in people with pre-existing conditions. There's no use for it, except for, again, stop smoking. Studies show these effects appear after vaping, smoking, or using oral nicotine products with similar responses across delivery methods. All right. But he claimed, oh, now I don't want to shut my browser. You hit the wrong button. That would be, let's see, where's my PDF file? Looking. Oh, great. What did I do with it? Oh, okay. I am going to talk about 3i Atlas, so I did find that. Would it be under Kathy scripting multiple? It's not. Well, it was about testosterone, and you know what'll happen. I'll find it after I do the show, but I'm hanging in there. I'm still looking. Wow, I can't see it. If you have low testosterone, but to take it other than that, or if you have some symptoms, they don't recommend it. I wish I could find, because I did do a PDF file on it. Hoping you're getting through the winter. Not good to be working outdoors this time of year. That's right. Oh, cold. Dodger, hoping you're getting through the winter. Talking to Magpie. Magpie says, nah, it's only wet. Oh, that can be dangerous. Scaffold boards, bit slippery, but apart from that, things are good. Magpie, indeed, one of the life's great mysteries, whatever that is. Could also be eczema. All right, doctor. Okay. My mom had, that could be a lot of play. Or just, and I have something on my wrist, doctor. I'm going to go to the dermatologist, but I'm going to be using this Dove moisturizing soap from here on in, from here on out. Could be eczema or psoriasis. Cart racers. Replacing a Welch. Oh, Dodger's one of those guys that can do it all. He's got all the tools. You know, I'm kind of jealous of that. I can remember replacing a Welch slate. I got a neighbor across the street. Got everything. He put a motor in a car. He built a car. He can do it all, any of it. And if I told you what he used to do, you'd understand why. Dodger, I remember replacing a Welch slate roof in winter. Numb fingers, no pain when the slate slices your finger. Jesus. No frozen slate in bedrock, Dodger, says NATO. The Magpie. Weird you should say, Dodger. I had 4 stitches. Oh, Magpie got hurt. 4 stitches, inner side of my index finger last week. Oh, terrible. Gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. Well, yeah, I think he wanted to close the deal with Mrs. Lai. Now, it'll be interesting because the way I read this to you on the PDF file I made out of it, he's not going to go to Vietnam now because she was supposed to accompany him. Why is that important? Because she's not paying for the room. And then she got pissed off here, so I think it is over between them. But he would try to close. It's weird. I think he was using her and then, taking interviews with other women? I don't know. I bet Archie's Chinese mistress is it's Mrs. Lai is who it is. I have the audio. He admitted to it. He says, why should I be ashamed of that? I have a Chinese mistress. She F's like crazy. Remember that? I used to play it all the time. Got rid of it. Unless it's in my time capsule. Used to Stanley to scribe a slate and went through, my finger. Being retired is better than being employed or being a boss. Oh, it's unbelievable. You should say that. Mega value customer. Being retired is better than being employed or being... Yes! Because I look at the end of the year. Now, it's on paper, and it's like, I'm making more now than when I was working. When I combine the income, I mean, if I... now, I'm not going to pay taxes this year. See, I'm 72. But when I go in to do my taxes, I have to prepay for the next year because at 73 I have to take out required minimum distribution. And then you add that to the Social Security payments, then I'll be paying taxes. So, but I look at that and I go, and like I say, I'm making, it's great, And then, let me show you my vehicle. Let's do like an optometrist. Okay. Where am I at? Get rid of that. Okay. You go to the optometrist. 1 or 2? 1, is that better, or 2? Would you rather have 2 or 1? Now this is the 2026, and I'm like, it's too yellow, and it's got a sport suspension, which I don't want. It's got sport tires, which I don't want. So I'm looking at cars, and I'm going and doing a big... I should get Jax to tell me, like mechanically, what's the most sound brand. But now here's mine after the car wash. Now, I have the crossbars on top now, so this is an older view. And I'm looking at this thing. It's perfect. 300 horsepower. Looks good. It's got the fog lamps. It's got the moonroof. It's 4-door, deep trunk. And there's 2020 limited WRX. It's got 12,000 miles on it. Now, why would I want to go out and spend extra money? So, but you talk yourself into it. Oh, and we are going to do a little politics today. I mean, we got to. Now, I'm not going to, Trump gave his fantastic speech over there to the globalists. And he's putting stuff up on which it's a little hard. I can see where it disturbs people. And there's a clip that'll... But, he's putting this up here, Greenland, U.S. territory, and there's J.D. Vance and Rubio, and there's Trump with the flag. So, and then he shows this. Now it's from an official tweet, so it's like, he's got Greenland, he's got all of Canada, he's got United States, of course, and he's got down there below Venezuela. But I'm going to play you a video that will explain it all. And it's not that long. In fact, I should do it now to get rid of it. Are you ready for this? Shake, rattle, and deal. A shake, a rattle, and deal. A shake, rattle, and deal.
Maria, I think the president has a very strong view on Western Hemisphere security and believes that the U.S. should not outsource our national security. He believes that Greenland is essential for the Golden Dome missile shield. The president is worried that if there were an incursion into Greenland, the U.S. would be called upon to defend Greenland. Greenland's becoming more and more attractive for foreign conquest. I tell everyone, sit back, take a deep breath, do not retaliate, do not retaliate. The president will be here tomorrow, and he will get his message across.
Here in Davos is the Commerce Secretary of the United States, Howard Lutnick. Secretary Lutnick, great to see you.
Great to see you.
Thank you so much for being here. So what's your take on all of this? I mean, you've got European leaders saying we're going to do an emergency session. We want to talk about this. They're doing this emergency meeting on Sunday. You've got the Danes saying we're going to start selling U.S. treasuries. How worried are you about this reaction?
I mean, the Europeans should try to remember what it was like in April. Right? They got all excited and it was a big thing. And the president wrote letters and made comments because he wanted them at the table, right? You needed the Europeans at the table, right? And so now that's what he's done. He said, look, you got to pay attention. You got to focus. You got to be at the table for us. And so that's what's going to happen. And Greenland matters to us for national security.
Why is it so important in terms of national security?
Well, I'll give you an example that's different than Secretary Besson said yesterday. So the idea is that America has always protected the shipping lanes of the world, right? After World War II, it was America who protected the shipping lanes, right, between Europe and the United States. As the Arctic opens, what do you think is going to happen, right? We need those shipping lanes, and you need to be protected. You can't have Chinese ships or Russian ships while you're coming through, that strait. So America needs to protect it. It's key and part of our national security. The Western Hemisphere is part of our national security, and the president wants to make sure that he's going to protect it. Remember, these trade routes are for Europe just as well. It's not like it's a one-directional thing. These trade routes go both ways. I don't remember Greenland being another country. We're not taking over Denmark. It's just Greenland is in our hemisphere. It's far, far away from Denmark, as we know. And 57,000 people, right, who are close to America, and it's important for us to make sure we protect the Western Hemisphere. The strength of America in the Western Hemisphere is vital for the world. When America shines, the world shines. We showed you that throughout 2025. I think the president's going to come and talk about it. He's going to meet with the European leaders. He's going to talk to them. And my guess is they'll work it out. But he wants them at the table. He wants them serious. And I didn't understand why they sent like a couple of dozen military people to Greenland. I mean, it made no sense whatsoever. I mean, they didn't send those couple of dozen people to Ukraine before Russia came in. So, I mean, I think he felt it was they were just being provocative. And so, if you provoke the president, you're going to get a response.
Well, worried that European leaders are now saying, look, well, maybe we won't do the trade deal that we've already been talking about and negotiating for so long?
No, I think the trade deal that Europe did with the United States is very durable. They don't want to change their auto tariffs. They don't want to change their semiconductor tariffs. And they sure as heck don't want to change their pharmaceutical tariffs. So those things are really, really important to Europe. They matter to Europe. That's why we have the deal in the first place. So I think this is going to be a lot of talking, right? A lot of shaking and a lot of rattling. But in the end, the United States is going to speak to Europe, its great friend and ally, and they will work out a resolution that is suitable for Europe and suitable for the President of the United States. He knows what he's doing, and he is on it. I'm going to leave it to the national security team to work it out. But this is important to America, and if it's important to America, it should be darn important to Europe.
There it is. Shake, rattle, and deal. Oh, who's your daddy? Let's get rid of that, for heaven's sake. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? And special thanks to Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent and Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick and the lovely Maria. Mornings with Maria. Shake, rattle, and get a deal. So we played that, so I can get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Now, remember the headlines? NATO sending troops to Greenland. NATO sending troops to Greenland. What exactly did they send? I better have that. Yeah, here we go. Now, this is hilarious. So that was the headline. So I asked Grok. NATO itself did not directly announce or send troops to Greenland as an organization. Instead, Denmark, a NATO member responsible for Greenland's defense, announced an expansion of military presence on the island in close cooperation with several NATO allies. Okay, spent small contingents. Well, how small is small? Well, Denmark has about 100. France, 15 soldiers. 15. Germany, 13. Military personnel as part of her reconnaissance team. Norway, 2. 2 defense personnel. Finland, 2 military liaison officers. Netherlands, 1, as in 1 naval officer. Sweden, an unspecified small number. I bet it was. United Kingdom with Prime Minister Starmer, 1 officer in observatorial capacity. Oh, it's so ridiculous. And then Germany, as soon as Trump mentioned his tariffs, possibly, they pulled them back. It took them away. So what a farce. Okay, you got enough politics? Let's see. I got to go find out where I was. Shake, rattle, and deal. I said shake, rattle, and deal. Shake, rattle, and deal. Yeah, being retired is great if you've got some money. And we'll get into that. But if you don't have the money, it's terrible because nobody's going to hire you. Well, it's illegal, Lex. Well, good luck. Aaron Fletcher, good evening. Hey, Docs. I'm for Fairfield. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Good to see you. Sounds dangerous. Okay, a lot of chat back and forth. Nature of the... okay. Off the tolls. Let's see, Magpie. By 55 years old, I plan to be off the what? Tools? Tools, there you go. Yeah, tools. Hope so too. I don't think so. You could say that about coffee, but I don't think about nicotine. Trender, troll, nicotine have many, but like what? Didn't mention many. A lot of. I don't want my heart, capillaries constricting. I don't see any good in that. Okay, yes, Aaron, I know. Aaron, yes, I know. My day's been going fine, Aaron. Dodger says he loves I do good in the snow. I like it too, but I kind of want an automatic. I like to hold my coffee, but you know what? I can shift and hold the coffee, and to spend a lot of money to get a new car when this is 12,000 miles, I mean, it's nothing. Thank you, Dodger. Pavel, I don't know if you really belong here. I heard you talking over there with Nikki about me, and you said there's nothing new over here. I don't even know why you come around. So maybe this is not the place for you. I think it was Pavel. Yeah. So, I do wander around and I look at other streams, and if you're running your mouth over there and you don't like it here, I really don't want to see you here. So, let's see. Maybe I can help you. There it is. You can go over and tell him that. Don't tell it to me. You can go over there and tell him that. Bye. You're timed out. Goodbye. So long. Go back to Nikki. Bateman. Sound card brand. Have you not been paying attention to this strain? You already know what he's going to suggest. Really? Alexis? Well, I have certain conditions. Bateman, you need Jax to tell you the most sound car brand? Have you not been paying attention to the streams? I'm busy. I can do my own streaming research. We already know okay, tell me, what does he suggest? Troll, the silver one looks a little dated to be, well, it's not actually silver. It's a glacial blue, to be precise. Okay, why isn't that showing? Oh, okay. I know why. Because that's a background. Here we go. It's kind of a glacial blue. It's not a silver. And this has just been waxed and looks great. Vacuumed it out. I guess I'm going to have it for 10 years. I don't know. Uh-oh, you control, well, not really. I don't control that. System of Clown, you control the tax withholding rate on your required minimum distribution, so you should not need to prepay quarterly. You control the tax withholding. No, I'm paying it up front. I'm not playing that game. I used to pay vouchers. You have to estimate what you're going to make. So I know what I'm going to make except for the required minimum distribution. I'll gather that information. I'm going to go in, make an appointment with her next year. And I'll say, I just want to pay it up front. What do I owe? And she can tell me, and I'll just pay it up front. And then I don't have to, because I used to do the voucher system, you have to pay quarterly. And I don't have any withholding right now. I'm not going to do any withholding. You still got to file. It's still a pain. So I'm just going to do what are my taxes, and I'll just take it out of my account. Be done with it. Speaking of which, the county here, let me go over to my county. Is that under my address? Yeah, here we go. They do everything in this little office. So I know the woman that works over there because she works out. I've met her husband. Well, I've seen his picture. I haven't met him actually yet, I don't think. So I was going to go over there on Tuesday, got up late. So they open at 8 o'clock, right? It's a small office in a shopping thing. And I was going to take my renewal in there and say hello to her and just pay it. It was $73 for registration. And then they send you a decal for your license, which is nothing, $73. So anyway, I get over there. It's cold. The wind's blowing. I'm in my shorts. I am freezing. I get to the front door. Now, it's 8:03. They've been open for 3 minutes. I open the door, and there's 25 geezers in there. I go, oh, man, to hell with this. I'll pay it online, which I did. So you can walk into that office, and you can payment of property taxes of this county only, property tax and motor vehicle. You can get a Florida hunting and fishing license, also online, but you can go in that office and get one. Now, of course, driver's license, identification card, statewide, Florida title and registration, statewide, tourist development tax, Central Florida Expressway outstanding toll payments, you can pay there. Marion County park passes. I need to find out where I can find this particular park first. I'm not sure how to get there. Florida birth certificates at this office. Federal heavy vehicle use tax you can pay there. Florida concealed weapon applications, original renewal duplicate, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's the main office only. And then it's just amazing what you can do in there, but I'm not waiting in there for, I don't know how long I would have been in there. So I just did my workout. And when I got home, I paid online. But I wanted to say hello to her. I didn't get the chance. I don't control the rate. Because I don't do any withholding. You like electric wristwatches? You should get an electric car. Oh, no. I would never buy an electric car. Batteries made in China? I would never buy an electric car. I like gasoline. You like electric wristwatches? Well, yeah, batteries. You should get an electric car. I don't really follow that. Remember, you think mechanical devices? No. I said mechanical watches are inferior to any quartz watch as far as accuracy goes. I mean, and then once I found on the Apple Watch I could pay for my coffee, just hit a double click and then just hold my watch up to the thing. I just thought that was fantastic. And then even take a phone call on it. I mean, it was just unbelievable. But right now I got my Bulova, 262 kilohertz, Surefire, whatever they call this thing. It's the exclusive one. Very accurate. In fact, I just said it today. Now, there's a Casio Frogman I got, and my iPhone doesn't recognize it, the app. So I got to unpair it and repair it. Now, hopefully, it's the only one. No, not everything is, I'm just not I'm done with mechanical watches. That's true. I'm not done with engines. It's somewhere in your 401k menu. The tax rate, you say you control the tax withholding. I don't do any withholding. I'm not playing that game. I don't want them taking it out and then trying to estimate it. No. What do I owe? I'm going to go in there. What do I have to pay? She's going to tell me because she sees it all, and I'm going to stay within the thing, and whatever will cover it. Let's just pay it. And if I paid $100 too much, hang on to it till next year. It's all about convenience now. When I'm 72 in March, it's about convenience. I just don't want to bother with Dodger. No, I'm not doing. I'll go to Daytona with you. There's a couple told me what hotel to get, motel right on the beach there. But I'm not going during the student activities, the student party and stuff. Hey, Docs, can I fly into Florida so we can take that WRX on a track day at Daytona? No, I'm not. No, you could probably, some of these tracks have you can go drive one if you want, and then go take a lap. I don't need that kind of adrenaline. I'm not interested. Just driving around in this traffic sometimes, even pulling out in the parking lot at the fitness center, and somebody else is pulling out. I mean, I get enough adrenaline with that. Trader Toll says, Greenland back to Norway. Denmark stole it from us. Oh, we got a Norwegian here, really? Well, wow, nice to see you. Aaron Fletcher, favorite season? I don't really have a season. I like them all, Aaron. Like them all. It is simple. Isn't that weird? They sent troops to Denmark and they wouldn't do it to the Ukraine. Just to screw around with Trump. Mistake. And Canada is making a big mistake too, that Mark Carney. America needs Greenland to intercept Russian new hypersonic missiles. Simple. And also keep the sea lanes open. And what, you want to give it to China? You think if China goes in there, who are they going to call? Who are you going to call? You're going to call your daddy, Daddy Trump. People don't want to look at maps. They don't. They just want to run their mouths. On a map, you can see how strategically this island. Yes, I like his judgment. 15 of the very best, says NATO. 15 of the very best. Yeah, I mean it's crazy, But when you read the news, how NATO sends troops to Greenland. Yeah, 10, 15. And NATO didn't. NATO countries did, but not NATO. NATO didn't say to do that. Don't forget 2 Husky teams, says, what letter is that after the R? Trondertoll? I'll just call you the Norwegian troll. No. Money is expensive. NATO says money is expensive. Well, to borrow? You don't want to borrow. You want to own. You want to have cash. Cash is king. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I know, but then I got to go in for a Lexus service, and I just don't want to have a Lexus. It's like, Bateman, that V8 sounds good, but I don't need that kind of horsepower. I mean, for what I do, that's the other thing. It's doctor's office, give blood, dentist, shopping, fitness, Wawa, and home. Do I really care what I look like, in the vehicle when I have it parked over there? It's going to be a Lexus. It's going to be a 3.5-liter engine or above, non-hybrid and not the latest models. Really? I did hear him say that. Don't get a 4-cylinder. Get a V6. NATO says Accutron, Honda Accutron. It's technically, the Apple Watch is technically a wrist computer, not a. It's amazing. And it's taken my, I play the game. I do the, I say, what do I call it? Hey Siri, start my workout. Okay, then it starts the workout. And then I've got it, I have to. Your workout. No, it's starting my workout. No, don't, cancel workout. Hey Siri, cancel workout. And then I do the workout, and then it tells me, and I just kind of play the game. So I know I compete against myself. And then I have to stand up so many times. And as soon as I'm finished, as soon as I complete all the circles, then I put it away. I charge it up. It is a computer. I get messages over there on the, now I have to walk by my locker because that's where my phone is. And it'll pick up a message or mail, and I can look at it. Dr. Bob doing double duty. He's over on Nikki's channel. Yeah. Poison fruit off the evil tree. Bateman, there's a specific app for those. Yeah, I got it. No, I have it. And I was holding the button, and it just wouldn't update it. So now I'm just going to unpair it and repair it, but I do have it on my other phone. Gee shucks, I forget what it is. I used to have it set up for mine. I enjoy it. It's I either got to have multiband 6. It's preferable. Now this Bulova doesn't have that, but it's so accurate. I don't have to. I mean, it's 262 kilohertz. I like the multiband 6. I have it in the window. That's great. They'll update. And then the other ones are attached to the phone. So it works out good. Mookie. Oh, let's see. Where's where we gotta treat Mookie right. Where is
Almuamua.
Amuamua.
Almuamua.
Amuamua.
Almuamua.
Amuamua. It's convenience. I don't want to do withholding. He doesn't do withholding, clown man. Well, I don't put it that way. Hey, docs. I'm going to have a 3i update, 3i Atlas. And it's not because of what was said on Nikki's show. But if you want to know what I think or what I believe, just ask me. Don't listen to Nikki. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's making it up. Or he actually believes it. I don't know which is which. Hey, Mookie. So I just asked what's the latest so I can give that. I guess we could do it now. Why don't we do it now? Okay, so we got Shake, Rattle, and Deal. We did that. Get rid of that. Hang on. Get rid of that. Greenland and NATO troops, we did that. Okay. I did tell you, Tim Wright, according to Stephen L., he's a top-notch international Archieverse reporter. Tim Wright is on the London vacation with his lovely, vulnerable roommate, per Stephen L. Now, I said she's lovely and vulnerable. Okay, and nicotine. Yeah, don't take nicotine for any reason, really, except to stop smoking. I talked about my skin condition, driving me nuts. Florida license, okay. Who's your daddy? Oh, we got a. No, I think I did that. Yeah, she gave a report, so we don't have to do that. That came up when we were discussing. Who is it? We were discussing the latest show, Red and Wrist. Apparently, there was a breakup. They took the channel down. So, well, don't tell me it's none of my business, because they made it my business. They went online. They're celebrities. So I'll keep Mookie up there. And where is get this, hang on. Prep. I do prep. I'm busy doing prep and making vids for Jax. Live show. Here we go. Okay. I'm not going to have Kathy do this. I'll just tell you the briefing. Well, what have we learned in simple language to date of 3i Atlas according to Avi Loeb? Third confirmed interstellar object. Yeah, we know that. We know that. Okay, here's what we've learned so far about it up to January 2026. It's very big and fast visitor. Likely the largest and fastest interstellar object found yet, with a nucleus possibly up to a few kilometers wide, speeding over at 60 kilometers per second, faster than the previous ones like Oumuamua or Borisov. It released a huge amount of water, 13 million metric tons in a month, seen as a big hydrogen cloud by the SOHO spacecraft. Okay, it acts like a comet, but between you and me, it's not a comet, okay? It acts like a comet without gassing, ice turning to gas near the sun. A coma, fuzzy envelope, and tails jets. It passed closest to the sun, perihelion, on October 29th. Showed non-gravitational acceleration, speed changes from outgassing push, and had unusual chemistry like a lot of carbon dioxide, some water, cyanide gas, and notably atomic nickel without much iron. Hubble Space Telescope images show a complex jet system, 3 mini jets coming out almost equally, spaced at 120 degrees apart, plus a longer anti-tail jet pointing towards the sun. These jets wobble and rotate with a period around 7 to 7.2 hours, and a rotation axis points surprisingly close to the sun's direction. Loeb highlights many unusual features. He calls them anomalies that make it stand out from typical comet, but it's not a comet. Some key clue, let's see, the path is oddly aligned. Yeah, we know that. A symmetric jet setup. It could be, he wonders if it could be thrusters for control. Extreme negative polarization of light, unusual for comets. Precise close passes near planet Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and timing that hit it from Earth at key moments. High mass and speed, not easily explained by natural interstellar rocks being common, though. Other oddities like nickel release, which he links to possible industrial processes, color changes, and more. He's listed up to 15. All right. Loeb says, here we go, it's most likely a natural comet, but extremely rare and unusual. Unlike anything seen before, he keeps an open mind that some anomalies could hint at technology like an alien probe or hitchhiking device using the comet as cover, perhaps releasing hydrogen/oxygen from water propulsion. He gives it some probability. He still thinks around 40% in some discussions of being tech, but stresses more data is needed. Okay, that's enough of that below. But then it got me thinking, will we ever see it again? So I asked Grok. The question to Grok was, is it possible with an almost infinite amount of time could 3I Atlas return to our solar system? The answer is yes. It is possible for 3I Atlas to return to our solar system, giving it almost infinite amount of time, though the probability is extremely low. So what's controlling the flight of it? It's an interstellar, and it's not, yeah, interstellar, but it remains in the Milky Way galaxy. Let's see, yeah, here it is. While 3I Atlas is unbound from the sun, our sun, it remains bound to the Milky Way galaxy. Why? What's at the center of the Milky Way galaxy? Mega black hole, a very large black hole. So that's what's keeping it in the galaxy. Let's see, its velocity is well below the galactic escape speed. So to get out of the Milky Way galaxy, you got to go from 550 to 600 kilometers per second. Wow. So it won't leave the galaxy. Instead, it will follow a long-term galactic orbit traveling through the Milky Way relative to nearby stars. Interesting. So, in theory, let's just go to the money quote here. In summary, on human or even geological timescales, 3I Atlas is gone forever. But with almost infinite time, rare gravitational perturbances could bring it back, though the odds make it effectively impossible in any practical sense. So it won't return on its own. So it's not going to come back. So covered that. And did I say it was going to crash into the Earth? Did I ever say that? No. Never said that, as other shows report. If you think I said it, just ask me. I'll tell you. Okay. Thank you, Mookie. NATO, Mookie greets. It's convenience. Because then I got to set up the voucher thing. Oh, then did I do it right? Did I do it wrong? She's going to give me she's really good. She'll give me an estimate and I'll pay. If I'm a little over, I'll pay the difference. I'll just keep it in there. But see, this is how good she'll be. If she can get me within $100 either way, she's excellent, right? And then I don't have to worry about vouchers. I don't have to worry, she'll take care of it. Now, if it's a little under and I got to pay, okay, fine. But it's how close you can get to it. He loves loaning to Uncle Sam interest-free. Well, not really, but anyway. Who's Mookie? What's a Mookie? That's a good question. The troll from Norway, the Norwegian, I don't know how to pronounce that first one, Trunder troll. Mookie is another unidentified object in the Archieverse. Nobody really knows. Nobody really understands. It just passes by. NATO, there's Mookie going, oh, let's see, Mark the Shark. Hope there's a jack stream tonight. Yes, yes, there will be. He already took the day off, which was this morning, and he will be streaming tonight, I believe, early morning, 3:15. I hope Dr. Bob can stay awake. He's doing extra jobs. Hope there's a jack stream tonight, trying to see if it's cold in Ohio or not. Well, there was snow. Great addition to the network. Wow. Speaking of which, we got to go to, and I'm going to keep this up here, because we got to go listen to somebody. We had a celebrity stop by. Jamie, I guess I got to remove that thing. Jamie Opulence stopped by. Now, he's into watches, but he said some very interesting things. He was very complimentary to the Central Florida Network, CFN Global. He was very complimentary. Let's see what he had to say. Here we go. A lot of potential.
So much potential, this Central Florida Network.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, huge potential. And obviously this, the Jackson Bob show is effectively the pioneer of the Florida network as a network. So yeah, it has huge potential.
Wow. Thank you for that compliment. Huge potential. I can't cash in on it, but I hope the talent cashes in on it. What about watches? Jax asks about watches.
Do you still have one?
Breguet. He's a Breguet man. Uh-oh. You know who that links him up with? Wasn't Junior, the Shenzhen lover boy? Isn't he a Breguet man? Now, what about all those watch collectors that, just got to have the latest and greatest? Here he goes. It's not complimentary here.
Simplicity in having one watch. The problem with this space is all fucking crackheads. We've got one watch. Oh, what's next? Does that make you happy? You're just fucking idiots, all crackheads.
Oh!
Oh! Oh! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Who really does care?
As it's, you got a watch, he's got a watch, he's not got a watch. Who cares? Really, who cares?
Well, what's really important?
You spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man that doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?
Crystal.
Did I play that? What's important?
What's more important is, who are you? How do you act in life? What's your manners? That's what the making of a man, not the bloody collection of watches.
Oh, I think he's got it. Well, what about all the money people make on trading watches, Jamie?
Cheers, you'll be all right. Your money's safe and all of that. Like that's still lingering. So these guys are just getting into watches. And it was really interesting when they say, oh, yeah, but you didn't lose money, did you? Your money's safe, right?
Right.
But that's not actually true. Like, it's the reality is the spread between buying and selling, the buy price versus the sell price, the spread is quite significant. So, yeah, in reality, most people are losing money buying and selling their watches.
They're addicts. And Jamie also called out somebody else.
Have you seen Dirk Diggler? Has anyone seen Dirk Diggler lately?
Oh, yeah, he's around all the time.
That guy's full of shit.
I know.
He's so full of shit.
Oh! All right, thank you, Jamie, for that appearance and those kind words towards CFN Global. Back to the comments. Siri is like MTS. Really? Well, we don't know what intelligence is. So how can you have artificial intelligence when you don't know what intelligence is? So none of these bots are intelligent. They're stored data, just data points, information. But you try to ask it a question to where it has to think. Like I asked a simple question, who's the starting quarterback for the Seahawks? And all it did was list their quarterbacks. That's not what I asked. I asked who's starting, but it didn't understand it. A series like Mike the Snake, the pet cat, the companion pet of the Caesar himself. Very intelligent in theory. Okay. No panels and no withholding. Well, why should I do the withholding? Especially this year, I don't pay taxes. I don't meet the criteria. But she said for me to file because it protects my Social Security number. So, okay, and I like filing. The law is you have to file. So I file, even though I don't owe anything. So why would I withhold? But it all changes next year. Now, if she says, well, you really should do the vouchers or you should really withhold, okay, I might. But I'm going to go talk to her. I just as soon pay it up front and be done with it. Convenience. It's all about convenience. All the way from Norway, Mike is the human oracle. Hi, Aaron. Yes, I know where you're from. There are a few things less interesting than the current whereabouts of Tim Wright. Well, it concerned Archie. And then there was a rumor that his channel, he's given up. So it was nice of Stephen L. to say on one of the shows that he's on vacation. Lexus Talk is one of them. That's less interesting. Yeah, I don't want, and that's a club. If you own a Lexus, you're part of a club. I don't want to be part of that club. I just don't want to do it. Dr. Bob, it's coming back. No, it's not. There's not enough time in the universe to come. Well, if it does come back, let's say if it did come back, you won't be here. Our sun will be burnt out, and so, a tender troll. I'll call you tender troll. Trender troll. Outer space talk in a relaxed format. Can't beat the Pantera. I can't listen to Mike. I just can't, God bless him, but did that happen? Oh, I should have got a clip of that. Tender troll, drunk Jamie's conversation with Ross Rachel Brady was fun. Oh, wow. You'd have to be drunk. NATO, I can't put that up there. He was so complimentary to, okay, it's funny. All right. But he's married. He's a happily married man, for heaven's sakes. Let's see. What do I have to do? Here we go. NATO, Jamie is amazing. He should hook up with a lovely lady I know from Massachusetts. Dr. Bob, I don't know. I don't. Madonna song, I don't think he has one. I was going to say vague or Vogue. Lots of laugh. Mookie said I was going to say Vogue. NATO laughing. Huntington actually. It was best friends with his attack hawk and wild boar. Oh, Mike the Snake. Well, I would rather listen to someone give the bio on Mike the Snake than listen to Mike the Snake. Dr. Bob thinks those are pretty expensive now. There's only two cars worth owning, a Packard or a Studebaker. If I had a mechanical inclination, but I don't. Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that, Aaron. Okay, we got more to go. This is jam-packed. Aaron, don't have me put you in timeout. Let's see. I just saw it. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Right in front of me. So I was curious on Social Security payments. Like because I'm not normal, Green Room says I'm not normal. I don't want to be a normal Social Security Administration payment recipient. Because it's so what is common? The average financial picture of a United States citizen on Social Security payments. And the aggregator Grok. The common financial picture for a U.S. citizen relying primarily or heavily on Social Security payments typically centers on retirees age 65 plus. As they represent the largest group of beneficiaries, Social Security is the foundation of retirement income for most America. That's sad. If that's your primary retirement, that is very sad. But it is rarely sufficient alone for a comfortable lifestyle. You're right. It's not meant to be a comfortable lifestyle. It's survival mode. Average Social Security benefit as of January 26th, the average monthly benefit for retired workers, this is per month, is $2,071 after the 2.8% COLA. And that so that equates to roughly $24,852 annually. And now if you're a couple, it's around $3,200 a month, so you're about $38,000 annually amount. Note, this is the mean average. Makes a difference in mathematics. The median is often somewhat lower due to higher earnings pulling the average up. And I guess I'd be one of those. Benefits vary wildly based on lifetime earnings, claiming age, reduced if claimed at age 62. Yeah, and you never take, the only reason you would take benefits at 62 is you need the money. If you don't need it, don't take it. That's what I did. You get an extra 8% a year. If you know you're not going to live for a couple of years, I guess, okay, take it. But I'm guessing I'm going to make it to 80 or 81, and then I won the bet. Let's see, another fact. The maximum benefit for someone retiring at full retirement is around $4,000 monthly, but most, a lot, they receive far less. Overall income and reliance on Social Security. For many retirees, Social Security provides a majority of their income, often 50% or more. And for about 1 in 5 to 1 in 4, and for about 1 in 5 or 1 in 4, it's 90% of their total income. That's sad. So I get a lot of older people on this thing, and you got to start putting the money away. And I'll tell you my breakdown of, I go to community, analytics at the studio, I go to audience. And age, the last 28 days, 13 to 17 years old, 0. 18 to 24, 0. 25 to 34, 0. 35 to 44, 36.3%. It's not what you make, it's what you save. Put it away. Don't get the best car you can get. Don't get a house unless you can afford it. Or get it in a good area. Maybe you'll get an increase. It's better than paying rent, I think. But get something affordable. But you got to be able to save money. The only way to invest is if you have to save money. You have to have money to invest. 45 to 54, 29.4%. It's not too late. Get your house paid off and get some money saved up. And get the S&P 500. Vanguard or Fidelity. 55 to 64. 26.9%. You're almost there. 65 and older, 7.4%. Gender, 100% male. Let's see, what else? Let's see, median household income from all sources is around 56,000 to 57 annually based on recent data. Many lower income retirees rely almost entirely on Social Security. That is so sad. With limited or no additional savings, pensions, or work income. Terrible. Poverty and hardship. Without Social Security, the poverty rate among adults 65 plus would be around 37%. Can you imagine that? With it, it's about 10%. The program lists over 16 million older adults out of poverty annually. Many recipients still face financial strain. Surveys indicate a large portion of seniors, often 50 to 80% of various reports, are very reliant on benefits for essentials like housing, food, and medical care. Rising costs, health care, food, often outpace the modest COLA adjustments. Wow. Common realities include limited discretionary spending, reliance on Medicare with Part B premiums deducting from benefits around $200 a month. Yeah, mine is $202 monthly. But I can afford it. I like my Advantage plan. I really do. However, I think they did away with the OTC store, United Healthcare. They give you like $45 you can spend every 2 months. So I go on there and I'm looking for the OTC store. Gone. Let's see, some turning to supplemental programs like SNAP, Food Assistance, or Medicaid. I guess you could go from Medicare to Medicaid. Medicaid is for the poor. So if you're a senior citizen on Medicare and you can't even afford that, then I guess you go on Medicaid, which is terrible. This is depressing me. I think I'm going to stop. In summary, I'll read you the summary. The typical or average Social Security recipient, especially one relying heavily on it, lives a modest fixed income of roughly $2,000 to $2,100 monthly, or $24,000 to $25,000 yearly from benefits alone. This often covers necessity but leaves little margin for unexpected expenses, travel, or luxuries, particularly without additional savings or pensions. Many describe it as getting by but not thriving. Well, I know it's a safety net. You're not supposed to be thriving. If you put some money away and got out of debt, you would be thriving. So many describe it as getting by but not thriving, with Social Security acting as a vital safety net rather than a full retirement plan. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, isn't that sad? Okay, Aaron, I understand you're trying to be nice. I hope I can hang on to the talent. One guy said they should be on Spotify. Jackson, Dr. Bob. I don't know who that is, but hello, Doc, sir. AD never calling. I'm glad you're, and I'm enjoying the rise in popularity of the CFN Global and your newfound fame. Please remember those of us who put in the work to build bridges and strengthen relationships. Okay. What am I going to get a call from somebody? What am I going to sell? The brand or the channel? How cool would that be? Tender Troll out of Norway. I'm going to just call him. I know it says Trender. I'm going to call him Tender. Tender Troll out of Norway. It's all over. What to do? AC3 start using that from the first year he started the Daily Strip. You were around back then? Or maybe you're not in Norway. Oh, that's pretty rough. 80 never calling. Your channel isn't growing. It's dying like Morty's Diner. You can always smell a business is about to go out of business. Well, I offered some advice, but he's you got to adapt. You don't have to cave. You don't have to be immoral or unethical. You have to just learn some different things. 94. NATO is going to be 94 without trying. Really? New shiny hips. Probably a couple new shiny hips. Hip replacement? Oh, God, I hope I never have to do that. Solid gold dancer, perhaps? Just enough money to do it all. Nice car, nice house, kids, and retirement. John Swatch is saying, listen, or just earn enough money to do it all. A nice car, a nice house. Make sure it's paid for. Kids and retirement. And I think the best thing is the kids go to work. They got to learn how to work. They can be bright, but you got to learn to work, get along with people. You don't need that at all, and a Rolex or two. Unless, if you want it, look at that beautiful sun going down, beautiful Central Florida, golfing. Wow. Well, I think the old adage, you use it or lose it, and you got it for mobility. I walk, I do the treadmill and all that stuff. And oh man, I was really, my legs were hurting. Not hurting, what's the right word? Discomfort. But I stuck in there. And then I got on the elliptical, but I do it with my feet and my hands, do 20 minutes. I did first 20 minutes on the bike, and then I do 20 minutes on this thing. And I'm going like, this is killing me. But after 10 minutes, I guess the endorphins kicked in because it was nothing. Piers Morgan broke his hip and had a hip replacement. He's 60 years old. It can happen. Yeah, don't want that. Patrick on the penance list. Yeah, he's not going to pay that. Come on. I'll tell you it still sticks in my mind since he's here. I'll talk about him, Bateman. He said something very interesting. He said, I'm not making the money I deserve. And I thought about it. I go, deserve? No, you just got to go to work. What do you mean you deserve? You got to go out there and earn. You got to go out and sell yourself. Speaking of, Morty's checking in on the hate on the DOXXreport. Morty, good evening, Morty. Tender troll out of Norway. Rod Stewart fell on stage. He moves like a zombie now. Well, I know. Where's my Eastwood clip? I got to dig deep for this one. Hang on. Oh, sound bites. Eastwood. Let's listen.
Man's got to know his limitations.
So true. So true. Thank you, Clint. Yeah, I'm not getting up on ladders. Like downstairs I have a smoke detector. They put it right at the pinnacle. I could get a ladder and get up on that ledge and climb. I'm not doing it. I call the fire department. They have a service to do that. You say, well, I could always do it. Well, you were not always in your 70s, you know? And at some point I'll go out to that hedge and I'll go, that's it. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. But so far I can do it. That's more of a personal. Is being easily offended or quick to anger a sign of high or low intelligence? I don't think it has anything to do with intelligence, in your opinion. I don't know what it is a sign of. I try to, like when I had Nikki talking about me over there, I kind of got it out of my system before I came on the air. But I didn't appreciate it. And again, I'm not even going to say what he said about what I believe in, because he has no clue. Well, why would he say that? Something wrong with him. And I pinned it to the thing. This is what I'm observing. And it gets him in trouble. It's still getting him in trouble. And, guilt. Look who he chose to partner up with. Uzi? Really? That should tell you something right there. Something wrong. All right. Okay, we went over retiring payments. Jamie O, I played you Jamie O. And Jamie, thanks for stopping by the Jackson Dr. Bob show. Who's Your Daddy? We covered that. Oh, we still got some more clips to go. So let's go to, I want to play him and get him out of the way. News Nation. Give us a little bit of Trump here.
I think you have two problems. Number one, you have $19 billion worth of stolen money.
At least, I think the number's going to be much higher. And you have that in California. You have it in other states also, I believe, when you go through it. So that's a big problem. And then you have the agitators, anarchists. You know, I watched sort of everything. I see it all. And I see people screaming, shame, shame. You know, this is not people that are like living in Minnesota. These are professional, paid people. They're like actors. I mean, I watched the guy last night in the church. He was, and not just Don Lemon. Don Lemon's a loser. But I watched the guy last night in the church. This guy's a professional guy, and he actually admits to it. He gets paid a lot of money to go and cause trouble. And you see that. What they don't see is that ICE gets rid of murderers, drug dealers, Tren de Aragua, I mean, the worst gang in the world, anywhere in the world, MS-13, Tren de, but these are the worst gangs, and they get rid of them. They take them out. And I say, something's wrong when a place like Minnesota, which is a good place, it's got a horrible governor, it's got horrible people. This Ilhan Omar is horrible. I mean, she comes from a country that doesn't even have a government. They have nothing. And she comes here and she lectures us on the Constitution. She's got constitutional rights. She's just horrible. Somebody said she's worth $30 million. Well, therefore, she's obviously a very dishonest person, and she should be looked at for that. So you have a couple of things. You have the money thing, and then you have the all of the fake nonsense going on and screaming. The people, they're so professional. They hold their cameras up high, and it's a terrible thing going on in Minnesota.
Well, I agree. In Portland, too. What about Scott Turner?
On day one, President Trump signed an executive order to make housing affordable and to increase the housing supply. And he has done just that. At HUD, we have supported 1 million homebuyers through our FHA and Ginnie Mae programs. Interest rates were at an all-time high. Mortgage rates were at an all-time high during the Biden administration. But under President Trump's leadership, interest rates have come down. Mortgage rates have come down. Housing supply is going up. Housing affordability is now in sight for more Americans so people can achieve the American dream of home ownership. We've also been very intentional on making sure that HUD-funded properties, American taxpayer money, goes only to the American people. We prioritize American citizens here at HUD and American citizens only. We've made public housing safe housing, and the golden age of America has returned under President Trump's leadership. We've done a lot in this past year, great achievements. We've won a lot, but that's not the end. That's just the beginning. There's great work to be done, but by God's grace, we can achieve even more in the days ahead.
Amen, brother. And if you're an American or even non-American, I would say check out Trump's speech in Davos. He really gave it to the globalists. That's leadership. And the market kind of came back a little today. Let's get another chunk of Ludnick.
The fact is, the United States has hit how many record highs? 50 or something record highs this year since Donald Trump took office, right? Oh, and the market's down today. Oh, what? We should all be worried? Let me give you a hint. The growth of the United States is hard and fast. We are winning and we are growing. Our stock market's going to be higher when I next see you and I'm next on the show, right? Interest rates are going to come down in America. Inflation is low. The United States is in a good place because Donald Trump understands the economy of the United States, and he's working for the American people and our economy.
Well, clearly.
There you go. And just remember, gold, silver, and Bitcoin, all this stuff is for, you think it's going to go the opposite direction. Buy into America. Poor Canada. Poor Canada.
I believe the progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the new world order.
The Chi-Coms. The Chi-Coms, how low can you go? Lee Zeldin, EPA.
Now, the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, it has accomplished a lot in Trump's first year back in office, including stopping billions in funding for climate projects and terminating DEI officers. EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin joins me now. Sir, I'm told that you have done more to cut red tape than any other department in Washington. Is that accurate?
I would say that once EPA is done with our deregulatory actions, we will do more deregulation than entire presidential administrations across every agency combined when you look back at history. We inherited that much of a mess from the Biden EPA. We are in the process right now of finalizing a lot of different decisions of deregulatory proposals that we put out to the American public. And I'm excited about the weeks and the next few months ahead. The first year was great. Q1 of 2026 is going to be even more exciting.
All right, good job. Well done, sir. Comments? Well, hang on. Let's see, I just got here. What's going on? Is the diner kaput? No, people thought Timmy was kaput, but he's on vacation in London. I don't know, vacation from what? He's in London with his wife, his roommate. What's going on? Is the diner kaput? No, it's just, I don't think so. 80 never calling, creating a penance list is proof of failure. Well, he doesn't, you don't think he really anticipates getting that money. Come on. The Batesman there, he's showing something. I don't know that. You hear that, Dr. Bob? You're being compared to Uzi. That should never come up, Dr. Bob. You got to start pulling your weight over there. Now, it's Jax's show. I can't, I try to influence, but I can't. I don't tell him what to do. Mark the Shark, how is Dr. Bob a significantly better co-host than Uzi in your opinion? I agree with you, by the way. Dr. Bob, I think you should answer this tonight. Early morning, you should answer Mark the Shark. Dr. Bob. Tender Troll. Nick Shirley's here in the Congress before going here. It's crazy. Yeah, I try not to watch Congress. Watching Nick Shirley's hearing. I was looking at some Canadian podcasters, and he had kind of spliced together Trump's speech. I got the gist of it. Very interesting. He signed into law that corporations cannot buy housing, and the guy's putting Americans first. You asking me? Oh, go into Grok. Elon Omaha. Who's Elon Omaha? Okay, I'll bite. Let me bite. I will bite. Doesn't exist. I have no idea. You tell us. When you find out, come back, Davey. Then Uzi, whatever. I can't listen to Uzi. Come on. I don't even do interviews. I like a conversation. Two people, you just talk. You can ask you other questions, but what's it to do? I don't think anybody's really important enough to do an interview. You just have a conversation. Docs doesn't do panels, but hopefully interviews. Somebody wants to come on, set it up and do I'm not going to do a debate. I am going to do a future show on intelligent design, which is not creationism. And I don't believe in creationism. I believe in intelligent design. That's a different thing. But to debate somebody on that? No, I'm not going to do that. Listen, you take in be your own aggregator. Take in the information and make a decision for yourself. I rarely do panels. It just doesn't, I don't want to compete, Rich Mitch, where are the Epstein files? Still breaking the law by avoiding releasing the unredacted ones, huh? Rich Mitch, well, I gotta refer you to President Trump on the Epstein. Mr. President, you heard Rich Mitch. What do you got to say?
Look, the whole thing is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats because we've had the most successful 6 months in the history of our country, and that's just a way of trying to divert attention to something that's total bullshit.
Right, your accomplishments, I agree.
So they're using Jeffrey Epstein as a deflection from the tremendous success that we're having as a party.
Yeah, absolutely. And what about you're a king? You're a king, aren't you?
By the way, I'm not a king. I'm not a king. I work my ass off to make our country great. That's all it is.
I agree. And these people that keep breaking it up, it makes me mad.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
That's right. I hope they understand.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?
Crystal.
Sleepy Joe says tender troll from Norway. Mister, what do you think? I don't even think about it, Rich Mitch. Lutnick seems like a real schmuck. No, I like the guy. He knows how to say it like it is. Howard Lutnick, Secretary of Commerce. Is an AIPAC operative. Oh, Davey, come on. Dr. Bob. Dr. Bob defending Uzi. Jeez. Uzi's not a racist. He's a multicultural with a little no, he's a sociopath. He doesn't care. Mark the Shark, or worse. All right, Morty. Why does AD Never Calling keep insulting me? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with AD Never Calling? I think he's trying to, I don't know. He does try to fix people. I've noticed that. He's talked about his Catholicism and, the priest, and he tries to, you can't fix people. I think he thinks he can fix you. But that would imply that you're broken. So you just gotta leave people alone. You can make suggestions, but in the final analysis, they have to decide to fix themselves or get help. I don't know. 1 hour, 56 minutes, the DOXXreport, CNF Global. Now, I know some of you are probably wondering, why can't you hear from the cult leader himself? I guess I could play you the cult leader. It's always good for a laugh. Where's the cult leader? There he's in his T-shirt. Welcome to the birdcage, Archie. You look better in that T-shirt because you wear that dark suit like you're an executive, and we all know you're not. Because you've made, tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself. Well, I don't know, where can I start with him? Well, yes, well, let's start here.
It doesn't matter about savings because I got spendings.
Yeah, he loves to do the spending.
Got to tell you, you see, I've got to restructure my life. I've made a few bad choices. Yeah, I've got a divorce coming through. I'm maybe getting divorced by then, so you can help me find a new wife. Have a great. I'm ready to go to NAM. I really want to go there. I've got a few leads myself. I do have some leads. Do you reckon I should be wasting my time with them, or your leads are better leads? I want to ask you that.
Well, I don't think you're going to get to Vietnam because you're relying on Mrs. Lai to go with you to pay for the room, and she's not going to have anything of it. What about Thailand? What about your experience in Thailand?
I got to tell you something. I really didn't have a good time in Thailand.
Okay.
Maybe it's my mental attitude. Maybe it's my own fault. You know what I'm saying?
What was the main concern that you had? Cost of living, or?
Well, I couldn't find anyone who had any money. They're all broke. They're broke, Luxy Poo.
Oh, that's terrible. Terrible.
I'm no longer making the big bucks. The average salary in Australia is $70,000. I'm making half of the average salary. That's poverty.
With a capital T, huh? Well, I guess you can take interviews. You can interview for the new wife. You need a sponsor. Start with a sponsor. And you got to have some money. Got to have some money. Now, come on. Morty's Diner. No. He missed you. Now, that's a strange way of getting you back, claiming you were dead. He wanted Crappy dead. Now he wants the diner dead. He cares about you, believe it or not. I think. That's an interesting question. Second or third, doesn't matter by now. I think he's reached the end of the line. But there's always a woman out there somewhere. You know, he'll find her. He will find her. All right. Let's see. Have I played everything? Let's go to my prep. Don't want that. Live show. We went over there. Yeah, we did that. Greenland, we covered that. Kind of. A lot happened today in that Davos speech. He really. Now he did tell the globalists in the room, the other countries. He says, "I'm not going to use force," but that doesn't mean that means military. He will not do that. But tariffs. Yeah, he'll do that. He'll do that. But it's good for you. It's good. You want the Russians in Greenland? You want China to go there? You know, if Biden was in office, they'd already, again, or Kamala, they'd already be there. So, bottom line, he said was really appropriate. He said, "Hey, well, a strong America is good for It's good for the West. It's good for everybody. You're all doing better when he's here." Okay, I think we got it done. Jonathan Quahagan. Yeah, I really don't think so. I can't mention that name on this channel. I signed it. I didn't sign it, but I gave assurances that I would not talk about him. So I can't put that up there. You know, life is so short, isn't it? It's just going by so quickly. Very quickly. Where's Shelley Berman? Here he is.
Nobody goes on forever and ever and ever, and I'm not going to go on.
You spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man that doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?
Crystal.